was looking to print this drain plug that fits in the drain. Basically, this is how my printer is set up, mainly for reference, so that if you want to print one of these yourself and you maybe might be having issues with your printer, this is just a little tour of the way my little ENDER 3 is set up. Just a quick overview. You can see here, this is the hot end. No changes. It's basically, this is exactly the way it came in the box. Right here. Original nozzle. That's the brass nozzle, 0.4 millimeter nozzle. I'm printing PLA right there. The nozzle is set at 210 Celsius. The bed right there is non-heated, right there. A non-heated bed, it's 0 set point, so that's an advantage right there. Also, you can see that there's no electronic gizmo gadget hanging here on the side, because I prefer to do my leveling, my bed tramming with paper, with a feeler gauge. This is called a feeler gauge for a reason. It's used to feel the distance between the nozzle and the print surface. It's a old school tramming tool, paper, feeler gauge. You can see also that I have the standard Bowden tube. This is your basic Bowden tube as it came with, because it doesn't need any other Bowden tube to print, because it prints as it came in the box. You can see that here for yourself. Let's look up here. You can see here, that's not a metal extruder. That's the original extruder that came in the box. So it's not the metal extruder or any aftermarket extruder at all. Okay. You can also see that my filament holder is not up here. It's here at the side. And because I print mostly under, say, 6.5 to 7 inches from the bed, it's a long ways before this gets even close to that. Okay. So I prefer having the holder on the side, so that the filament right here, as you can see, is almost a direct path into the extruder. There's no arms, no levers, no guides, no gizmo gadgets redirecting the filament, because it's mounted right here. It goes virtually straight into the extruder and out, so there's no friction or wear and tear on the extruder at all. I've been printing this way for well over 3.5 years, almost 4 years now, every day, and haven't had an issue with where that is located. So basically, I'm just saying that's just what works for me. Another thing that you see down here, I don't have yellow springs. I don't have silicone rubber or chunks of rubber. You can see that. Those springs there, they came with the printer. I found there's no need to change them out. As you can see right there, everything is set up and adjusted exactly the way the factory designed it. This particular printer, the ENDER 3, was designed mostly to print PLA filament. If you start going PETG or ABS or TPU or carbon fiber or yada 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 blah blah blah, you will have to change the printer. That's a given. But if you just print PLA, as this was designed for, you're great. Just keep it unchanged, unmolested, unmodified, and it will print. And you can see that right here. There's no baloney, no bullshit, no smoke and mirrors or hidden things. It's printing right now, as you see it. Okay, so there you go. So if you're looking to print, set your printer up, you know, as you want, of course, but this is the way mine is set up. And I hope it'll help others to see that this works. It always has worked. And of course, there's going to be those users that say, well, if that arm breaks right there, if that lever breaks, then replace the whole extruder. Honestly, for me, if that arm ever breaks on any of the 4 printers I have, I'm going to change just the arm. It's like $3, 5 minutes, and I'm back to printing for another 2.5, 3, 4 years. Okay, so if you want to change the body, it's strictly up to you, but I haven't, and I won't. So if this were to crap out right now, if that lever were to crack right now, I would change the lever, keep the body, and go back to printing. Because there's no changes or setup changes at all. No E-step changes, no gear changes, no motor changes, adjustments, or anything. None of the hassles that an aftermarket extruder seems to have. This will never have those same problems, ever. Oh, and I did print a knob there. That's very useful. Okay. There you go. This is as you see it printing right now. As it should, actually. It's almost magical. I never get tired of watching my printer print.